Oh, all right. So week 6, yesterday I went over the first 3 lessons on here for social studies, reading, and writing. Today I'm going to go over science and math. So let's look at science first. This week we're talking about adaptations. So it says we're going to read the fact sheet. So this is all in order. So make sure you do these all in order. So the first one here, let me wait till this loads. Okay. So you click on the fact sheet and it says Rising to the Top Kelp Adaptations Fact Sheet. So it talks about plant adaptations. So you're going to read through here and then you can get out of that. And then the next thing it says to do is watch the adaptations in plants video. So you're going to click this video and you're going to watch that. Then it says you're going to read through the science, plant, and algae adaptation slides. So you're going to click on the Google Slides. All right, so what you're looking for here, it talks about down here, is you're looking at the different structures that plants have to help them meet their need for survival. So what specific things does a plant have that helps keep their species alive? So you're going to go through each of these, and this is all just informational for you to read. Okay, and then you're going to go back here, and it says number 4, read the 3 investigations. Pick one to complete at home. Make sure you take a picture or a video of what happened, and then you can upload your data here on Google Classroom or Seesaw. Make sure you explain what you did and explain how the plant structure helped it survive in its environment. So you're going to go to this Google Doc right here. This has the information. And it says you are going to model an adaptation that kelp has to help it receive enough sunlight to survive. So this is a science experiment that you're going to do at home. So you're going to look around your house for these things: styrofoam cup or a styrofoam piece of an egg carton, paper towel, glue, 2 small rocks, tape, and a container of water. So you're going to cut 2 strips of paper towel about this size. It says about 1.5 inches wide. And then you're going to break up small pieces of styrofoam from the cup or the egg carton. And this right here, they show round, but any shape is fine. So just cut them up into small little pieces. Then on one strip, you're going to glue down the pieces. So you're going to do it and make it look just like this. And you're going to let it sit out for several hours so that it is attaching really well. Then you're going to attach a small rock to the bottom of each strip with tape. So you're going to tape down a rock, and then now you're going to test the following. So this part right here is shown to resemble what a plant would have. So now we're going to follow these steps. You're going to place the strips in water and watch what happens to the leaves. The leaves are the paper towel. So you're going to draw, or you can take a picture of what happened at this point. So we want a picture right away. Then you're going to create some small waves in the water, and you're going to watch what happens. Then you're going to leave those strips, the model, in the water. And then you're going to take the second kelp model with the styrofoam pieces attached. So this one is just the plain one. This one right here with just the rock and nothing on it. The second one you're going to do is with the styrofoam pieces. And you're going to look at how it reacts differently. So same thing. You're going to place it in. You're going to observe what happens. And you're going to create small waves and see what happens. And as you're doing this, you're recording, and you can either draw pictures and you'll send us those, or you can take a picture with a camera and send that to us, and make sure you're describing what happened. So it says, look at the picture on the KELP fact sheet and answer the following questions. So you're going to look here. So what did each model represent? So used in the model represent on the real kelp. And then how does it help the kelp survive? And what is another adaptation of kelp? So these two things here, make sure if you haven't read the Google Slides or that other information on those other links, those are going to help you be able to answer these questions here. So think about in real life how that helps. All right, here's a second option that you could do. So you don't have to do all of these. You're going to pick one. So this is about flowers. So you're going to read through here just like I did and answer those questions. Make sure you're recording as you go. And then the third one is a leaf shape lab. So you're going to do this investigation by reading all the way through. And again, make sure you're answering the questions that are there and you are documenting everything that you do. Because we want you to either upload that to Google Classroom or you could send it to us on Seesaw. But again, as you're doing all of this, you're thinking, how does this help? How does this help the plants in real life? So once you've uploaded either to Seesaw or to Google Classroom, once you've uploaded your information, then you can go and click Turn In. But do not click Turn In until you've sent in your stuff from your results. Oops, and I just got all the way out. All right, let me get back in. All right, so that's Science Lesson 1. Science Lesson 2, let's click here. This is talking about seeds. So here's your to-do list here. So it says read and watch the videos about seed dispersal. So here you're going to click this and you're going to read through here. And then whenever you get down to a video, you're going to click and watch that video. So it talks about how different seeds have different shapes, and seeds can't always, like, we can go to the store and we can buy seeds, but most seeds don't rely on people to go and plant them. They have to scatter on their own. So some get scattered by having different animals take them to different places, some by wind, some float in water, and then this talks about how some have other ways too. So watch each of those videos and read all that information. Then you're going to look at each card and decide how that seed might travel. So we're going to click on the Google Doc. And it says, read the passage on seed dispersal, then look at each card and decide how the seeds might travel. So here are your options. They could travel by animal, wind, or water. And you can either just copy and paste. So to do that, you're going to highlight the word. You can right-click it and click copy. And then to paste it, you right-click and click paste. Or to copy, you can push Control-C or Control-V to paste. All right, so because you're going to use these several times. So here it says, when you're finished, pick one of the seeds for the wind and one of the seeds for the animal and explain the evidence that led you to that conclusion. And you're going to type that here. So here, you're going to look at the apple seeds, and this is where you'll paste in whether you think those are going to travel by animal, wind, or water. So for each one, these are going to be, all of these are going to be different. You've got to think, and a lot of these were talked about in the video. So make sure you watch the video first. So you're going to click in each of these boxes, and every box needs a response. Okay, so once you're done typing in all that, then you're going to turn in, and you can exit out of all this. Then you're going to go back, and let's talk about math. All right, math lesson 1, view assignment. All right, we're looking at comparing fractions. So the show me video right here is step 1. You're going to watch this. Then you're going to go to the Go Math interactive lesson. Remember, to get into this, you have to be signed into your Launchpad. Then you're going to click on the Google Slides, and it says to add a text box to fill in your answers on each slide. So you're going to go through here, and you're using the symbols less than or greater than. And so you're going to compare the fractions, and you're going to put the symbol in each of these little circles. So just add a text box to do that. The last 2 problems are word problems. So it says use the comparison symbols to show comparison. So 7/8 is blank. Is it less than, greater than, or equal to 1/3? And then it says it wants to know who finished more of the art project. So once you see which one is greater, then you're going to either put Nico or Tyler. Then on this last one, same thing. You're going to see who rode their bike the farthest. So you've got to compare 2/8 and 11/12. You're going to use the comparison symbols to show. So 2/8 is that greater than, less than, or equal to 11/12. And then put the name. It's going to either be Sandra or Maria of who rode their bike the farthest. All right, so that's lesson 1. So once you're done, you'll exit out of your Google Slides and you'll click Turn In. Then go back to classwork and go to lesson 2. Same thing, we're comparing fractions. This is very similar. So you're going to watch the show me to give you an example of how to do it. You're going to go to the Go Math lesson for more practice. And again, remember that you're signed into Launchpad to get that. Then you're going to click on the Google Slides. And again, it says you're comparing fractions. Make sure that you add a text box. And you can use the drawing tools to type and fill these in. So right here, when it says 1/8, you could use the lines and draw in things there. I'm mainly looking for right here, this symbol here, compare the 2 fractions. So one of these, you're going to use greater than and less than, and one of these is an equal to. So the one that says, the one that's equal, ignore this bottom part. Some people have just been putting it to the side, like blank is equal to blank. So that's fine. But this one only has 3 questions. So you're going to do those 3 questions. Make sure each one has an answer. Then you're going to X out. And then you're going to click Turn In. And then that sums up everything for week 6. So you've got, I put your RAS kids on top. You've got social studies, reading and writing, 2 science lessons, and 2 math. So if you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher so that we can help. All of this is going to be due next Monday. All right, bye guys.